guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as the title suggests, we will be unboxing the Kenwood Blend-Xtract-3-in-1 blender. And also just hoping you guys are all staying safe in this current circumstances. So just to give you a backstory about why we bought this blender in the first place, we've never had a blender before, so we've just been using our smoothie maker to just blend whatever we needed to blend really. But I think after, too much of heavy duty, it kind of it gave up, so it broke down, so we had to get a new blender, and obviously we didn't have a huge budget, so I'll list the price and everything and the link where we bought it in the description box below. So I'm opening it now. Okay, I think before I open it, I'll just kind of give you the brief overview on what the box says. So it's a 1 liter goblet. It says 0.8 liter working capacity and an additional 450 milliliter working capacity with travel beaker. And this one we specially bought also because it does chop, and especially if you're making momos or dumplings, I think chopping onions will be really easy, hopefully, because of this. So that's one of the reasons we bought it. So it says what's in the box: 1 liter of blender, 450 milliliter travel beaker, and multi-mill, which is supposedly supposed to do all of the chopping. When I first open it, they're all packed kind of separately. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm just going to move it aside. So the top cardboard had this, which looks like the cover for the blender. And then it's got this, I think this is the chopper, the multi-mill. I have to read it because I don't exactly know what it's called. So it's the multi-mill. Okay, so this is the multi-mill, and it's also got oh yeah, so it actually feels quite sturdy, especially I think because we've been using the blender, the smoothie maker. The blades are obviously not as strong as this one. I'm not sure if this is the chopper or, so I'll just see what this is. Yeah, so this says it's Blend-Xtract, and it gives you kind of the maximum capacity and also the maximum frozen capacity. So I suppose it just depends on what kind of thing that you're blending. If it's frozen, I think it's got a different capacity, and if it's just a normal thing that you're blending, then it's different for that. So I think, so this is the main body thing that makes it all happen. Yes, it has got pulse function, and then it's got 1 and 2 if you look at it. So I really like the pulse function because if I'm making achar, pickle, then you don't want it to be too smooth. You want it to have some chunky bits as well. And same goes with smoothie. Sometimes you want like a chunky bits in your smoothie. It just depends on your personal preference really. Yeah. Oh, so this wasn't the chopper. So this was the travel beaker. So this was the travel beaker. And this is the chopper, which is really tiny. I'm kind of disappointed. But I guess it's because of the price that we paid for, because of our budget. I don't know. I'm just going to put these aside. So this is the chopper. So if I'm going to be using this to blend the onions, chop the onions while we're making momo, then this will take me ages. So I suppose I can't really use this as a chopper. But if it's for a small amount, then I could use it as a chopper. And I'm just going to, oh, it's really tight. Oh, I can't even open it. I'll just have to give up because it's really tight. I mean, in later videos I can show you how this works, but it has got a picture of almonds on it, so I'm supposing it can chop up almonds as well. But obviously, I guess in the Kenwood website, you'll see more options for what you can do without. And the main body is this big, and this, and it's got another cover as well. I guess if you're making a smoothie or whatever, you can use this. Yeah. Just going to have a final look to see if there's anything else in the box, and there isn't, apart from this manual instructions, which you may be able to find on the website as well. Yes, so that's really cool. They've got some breakfast smoothies recipe on it as well, so that's really cool, I think. Yeah, so overall, I mean, we're quite excited because this is, like I said, our first food processor slash blender. So we're really excited to see how it goes, but it doesn't look that bigger than our smoothie maker. But hopefully the blades are much more heavy duty than what we had. And also I think maybe we might not be able to... Oh, okay, so maybe because I didn't know how to open it. It's actually quite easy. And the blades do look more sturdy than the ones we had on our smoothie maker. It's very shiny and it feels very sturdy as well. And I think it's going to be quite easy to clean because they all do dismantle. It's really, yeah, apart from the size, I think I don't have any complaints with regards to how it looks. Obviously, I don't know how, in terms of how it works. I don't know what kind of experience you'll have. I'll only be able to tell as I use it. But yeah, even though it's 1 liter, you have to see it only says the capacity is 800 ml. So that's one thing to put in mind. So I would suggest, if you kind of are heavily dependent on a food processor or a blender, or you want to invest, then just go for a bigger one. Because, you know, if you're making things like batter and whatever, for example, if I'm going to make a cell roti and I wanted to blend rice, then obviously this wouldn't be as big as I would want. But apart from that, I guess in terms of the sturdiness and everything, I'm quite pleased with it. It's only the size that has kind of been disappointing, but I think that's only visual more than being practical, because practically this should be more than enough for a couple. But also I would like to advise you guys to do some research before buying it, just to see if you get the best deal. You can compare the prices and everything before you buy it, because there's been so many times when I bought something and then I've gone to compare the prices and found the items to be cheaper somewhere else, and the differences can be quite astounding, and it will make a difference, you know, if you're on a tight budget. So yeah, so hopefully this video helped you guys. So I also wanted to kind of do an additional bonus video, just to make a cold iced coffee, just to see how the blender works out. And also I'll be using ice as well in it, so it will kind of give me a rough idea to see how it works with ice. So I hope you guys enjoyed that bit of the video. Guys, so I just wanted to show you the bottom part of the blender, because it has, I think you just heard that sound as well. It has got 4 of these at the bottom, so it kind of keeps it stuck to the kitchen counter. So that's, I think, one of the good things about it, but I'll try and see how it goes. So I've just washed this blender with some soap water before using it for the first time. So I'm going to do the video in 2 parts. So I'm going to first start off by blending the milk. So you can use any milk. I'm just using a regular milk. You can use almond milk, coconut milk, whatever you like, so it doesn't really matter. Just go for the one that you prefer. So I'm going to, so to do that, I'm just going to pour some milk. I think that should be enough. And then I'm going to add some water, because I don't like it being too rich. So I'm going to add some water. I think that should be more than enough. I'm not going to make too much because I've only got small glasses. And then I'm going to add some sugar, and add plenty of sugar. So obviously this is also according to your preference. Just make sure you add enough, or you can add honey as well if that's what you like. And I'm going to cover it. And then I'm going to turn the switch on. I should have turned this. I'm going to try it in all of them. I'm going to try it in. I should stop it before I speak, shouldn't I? So I'm going to try it in all of the modes. Pause it. So you can see that the milk's quite frothy because I'd only added about this much and it's gone up to here. So the milk's become frothy and that's what we wanted. I'm going to add the milk first. Yeah, so make sure you leave some part for the coffee as well. So we've still got to add that. So now that the milk's ready in the glasses, I'm going to make the coffee bit. So I've just left some of the leftover milk in the blender and I'm going to add, so again this is according to your preference. I like my coffee quite strong, so I'm going to add quite a bit to it. And again going to cover it. It's not the easiest thing to do, to record a video and to do this at the same time. Okay, so that's covered. So I've got the coffee in it. So I'm going to blend it a bit. Yeah, so as you can see, that's become quite frothy as well. So that's the beauty of it. So I'm going to turn it off and then add it to my glass. Coffee. Looks really pretty. Make it full. So this is how it looks. It's really pretty and it tastes really good as well. And the best thing about it is you can just make it strong or weak or milky as you like it because it's homemade. Alright guys, so if you like this video, please do press the like button and also subscribe if you want to see similar videos in the future. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye.